Hi everyone, it's Rick from Black Rose Spirited. Tonight we're at an 1890's house, and what we're doing here is we're going to be doing a house cleansing and possibly a crossing over. We have some very basic ways of doing it. We'll use some very basic gear as well, and we're going to show you what it's all about. So welcome everybody, and we'll go in and see what the girls are up to. And we'll get on with this house cleansing and possibly a crossing over.
I just said I think I've got a film. I've just come into this room. We've got three of the ladies here, and I thought we were going to bring some very basic stuff. And it looks like there's about a truckload of bloody stuff here. So
well,
this is going to be an interesting session, I would say. I think we've got like 3 styles of cleansing here that's going to go on. So I'm going to stand back behind the camera and we'll just see what happens. Alright, so we've got a whole heap of stuff here. So we obviously have the Himalayan salt, we have the sage, we have the dragon's blood incense, we have loads of crystals. These are all extra things that you can use. We have a bell down here, we have candles, we've got witch's salt happening, camera's going a little bit berserk, awesome. I would just...
Okay.
Well, no, this is interesting because my
you know what it is?
cachet is absolutely clear.
You're going through the house. Can you just give
And
something to catch the
I'm just going to turn this off and turn it back on.
You, my lovely heart.
Alright. Geraldine, start at the back and work to the front door. I'll have the front door open. Okay. The key element of cleansing a house is to actually have the front door open. You start at the back, go through all the rooms, one at a time till you get to the front door. We can actually probably turn the whole light off. Doesn't really matter so much, but it's most important that you do start at the back and work towards an open front door, or do it in reverse, a closed front door working to an open back door.
You're not welcome here. Time's up. Time to go. Anything negative is not welcome. Time to leave. You're not welcome here anymore. Time to get out. Oh, that was a good one. Okay. Anything negative is not welcome here anymore. It's time to leave. Doors and windows are open. Out you go. Anything positive?
And as you can see, what Geraldine is doing is she's repeating in her mind what she wishes to say to tell all the negative energy that they're not welcome here. And with the dragon's blood incense, that actually helps to push away any negative energies. So Geraldine's going around the house and doing this in every room. And Hannah's just gone outside to do the perimeter of the house and the back of the house. And we have the camera starting to play up again. And that just shows me that the energies here are a little bit disturbed with us being here. They don't want to move, which is okay, which is quite a good thing. You know, it's like some of the energies are not negative energies. but some of the negative energies are fighting back, and that's what's showing up on the camera. I'm just going to clear the camera again.
Follow the light home. I can't get you. Come on, Toby. You're safe now, mate. Got a safe space. Got a very safe space, mate. Take the angel's hand. Angels are here for the children. Take the angel's hand. Go home, lady. Angels have got these kids. Take the angel's hand.
Geraldine's got a pot of burning sage and different cleansing herbs. Just going through the whole house, through every room. Smoke's cleansing out all the negative energies, cleansing the house. And only positive energies will now enter this house. The thing you have to remember is that even though you are cleansing a house and you have crossed over some spirit, that it doesn't stop other positive spirit from coming into the house. Cleansing will never stop a positive spirit. So if you're worried that past loved ones, family members can't come and visit, don't ever worry about that, because they are positive spirit. And they can come anytime they like. The same with any lost souls that are not negative, they can still enter the house. And not a negative spirit, they're people like you and I. Most have got no negative intent. Some may be a little bit angry and frustrated. Some can be very confused. And some may be very disorientated, depressed, and generally feeling lost. That's why we call them lost souls, because they haven't crossed over. And Geraldine's now working the front door. She's worked from the back to the front, pushing all the negative energies outside the door, remembering that it still invites positive energies in. So if you think that you're going to remove all spirit from a house, you're very, very misinformed. Because anything that has not got a very negative intent, you cannot keep out. If they wish to come for some help, if they wish to just have a look around, not cause any harm, they will come into the house.
We're here for you. We're here to keep you safe. Bye-bye, sweetheart. Bye-bye, kids.
And what's also happened here too is we've left the burning pot on the front porch. This helps to cleanse the front porch area, front door area, front yard area. So I'll head back to the back there. Bethany's just done what we saw there was a crossing over of spirit.
Yeah, I'm just putting them
I try not to make a mess, I'm sorry.
Oh, don't stress.
I try
At this point, I don't care.
I'll help you with the
How'd you go?
68 went across.
68 spirit, which
There's
is
a
not
couple.
surprising for this area because you've got to understand
It's a lot lighter.
that in this area there are mine shafts underneath this house. This whole area was a mining area.
70, someone just ran through.
70. Fair enough.
Thank you. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just helping myself.
And it is a very, very vibrant, busy area. It was very much an area that was, well, it's a mining town. It's an old 1800s mining town. And thousands upon thousands of people came here. So thousands of people were hoping to strike a rich and make their money. And thousands of people didn't. And so there was a lot of depression, a lot of anger, a lot of frustration. And that causes a lot of lost soul energies to still be attached to the area. It could be a varied amount of reasons why there are so many lost souls in Ballarat. And there are thousands. We've investigated so many different places and we have come across hundreds just in the small areas we have investigated. And I've no doubt there are thousands more out there in all the streets of Ballarat, all the different historic areas, historic buildings. This area here, why there was so many spirit around, is basically because we're very, very close to the two hospitals, the main hospitals in Ballarat. And if you think over the course of 150 odd years, the amount of people who've died in this area, it could be hundreds of lost souls just in this square block alone, just wandering around. And there certainly is a lot here because during our investigation, we felt quite a lot. And the spirit, Bethany just said not as many now. But like I was saying before, if a spirit is ready to cross over and accepts it they will cross over. If they're not ready to cross over for some reason, or they don't wish to cross over just yet, you won't get them to cross over, not in a standard crossing over session. What Bethany did there was something that she does on her own. As to the house cleansing, we basically used some charcoal, we used some dragon's blood incense sticks, we also used some moon water laced with Himalayan salt, and the energy here you can actually feel, compared to the first time we came here, has definitely shifted. And this room that I'm walking in now is quite active. You may have seen the K2 activity in our last video clip, and this was the room where it is, and it feels very, very calm, very sedate. I might take a K2 around because I'm sure there's still some spirit hanging around, but the ones that needed crossing over definitely have crossed over. The house feels very much calmer, which shows that the cleansing that the girls did, and myself running around with the dragon's blood, Himalayan salt water, moon water and the charcoal, made a huge difference. So it's just those particular elements made a huge difference. So the house is pretty much sealed. It's cleansed, it's been sealed, all negative energy has been pushed out and has been blocked from coming back into the house, just using the stuff that we used. Bethany's crossed over quite a few spirit, which are probably all local spirit. There's a thing is too that when you start doing investigations or you put a couple of mediums into an area, the local spirit from all around realise that something's going on in the area, and they'll flock towards wherever the mediums are or wherever the investigation is going on. They'll poke their head in, and you know, it could have been a spirit that was from up the corner of the road, or a spirit from a house next door that hangs around a house next door, or a couple of houses down. The whole thing is they poke their head in, and if they're ready to cross over, they'll join what's here and cross over, and they will rejoin their family finally. The girls are just packing up all the gear, and the camera's about to die.
And we'll go up to solve where that box is.
So we've got a few more things to do,
And then that's it.
and then we're finished.
And then you're done.
Done a house cleansing on the house, but something still just doesn't feel right. So I've got K2. I'm going to ask if there's anyone else still left here. Can you come up close to me? Thank you. Okay. Now I can feel your presence, because I'm feeling a bit of a chill in the air. That's okay. Can you light this up again for me? Just show you here. Alright, I'm getting a very strong cold sensation. What is it with this cupboard? See if we get any readings from here.
Camera's going off,
Fireplace.
doing
We've
its
got
own
the
thing.
Spirit around. Anything connected to the fireplace. You can light up this meter for us. No, I don't feel anything with this fireplace. Just yeah, I was thinking just then, there's a bit of a portal sort of happening, but it won't be shifted. And the K2 just lit up as I was thinking that. So if there's any spirit here, if you're a male, can you light this up for me? Bit of a flash. Oh, a couple of flashes. Were you the spirit that we were talking to the other night? Can you light it up for us? Are you completely different? Do you realise that Bethany was doing a crossing over before and you could have crossed over? You could have gone and connected with your family. You know, really drop in the temperature now, really calm sort of sensation. It was like, oh, family. Oh, so it's really sort of toned down.
Do you need me to cross him over, John?
Yeah, I think we.
Okay. You misspoke, do you?
Would you like to connect to your family? Light up the meter again if you'd like to connect to to your family. Okay, we've got a little flash there. Are you? Just going to ask you again. Are you a male? Can you light it up if you're a male? Can you light it up if you're a female?
He's not very strong.
No, I'm going to leave the
No,
room.
he's
because I
not
feel like
strong.
He's not strong.
I don't feel he needs crossing over just yet because he's not ready. I think in his own time
He will.
he'll find.
Yeah.
And that's what does happen with some spirit.
He's strong.
Even though we've done a house cleansing here, this spirit has not got a very strong energy. I can feel him because I do have those medium tendencies. And any sensitive would be able to feel a bit of a drop in the temperature and feel, spirit are around them. But I kind of like feel that this particular spirit has been watching what's going on, is trying to understand that there is a better place to be. And as I'm talking now, I feel they're listening because I'm getting that warmth, I'm getting a comfortable sensation, not a cold sensation that I was getting before. And basically, I think he just needs to understand that his family is waiting for him on the other side. And in his own time, it's not his time to cross over yet. That's why he didn't cross over with the rest when Bethany was doing the crossing over. But just in his own time, he will eventually cross over. Sometimes it happens naturally, sometimes somebody else will come in and help cross them over. I've got a couple of little flashes in, so what I'm feeling is that he's understanding what I'm talking about. And we're quite happy to leave him here and in his own time cross over. Are you happy to stay here? Do you wish to stay here? Can you light it up if you wish to stay here? I'm not inviting you, but would you wish to come home with us to learn some more? Alright, I'm getting nothing now. Here we go. Would you wish to come home with us and learn some more? Light it up if you do. Understand I'm not inviting you. You're staying here in this area until I invite you. Are you happy to stay here for a while longer? I feel this energy is very, very weak. I don't feel anything negative. I'm going to call out to you from home. You are not to follow us to my home or to Geraldine's home or to Hannah's home. Is this your intent? Are you going to follow Hannah back to her house? Light it up if it is. It is. Okay. Well, that's okay because we can reconnect with you through Hannah. And we could possibly help you out to cross over when you're ready. So I'll explain this to Hannah and she will understand and we'll work from there. Alright, thank you very much for chatting to us. I'm going to keep walking around the house. You can follow us if you like. If I count, can one of your spirit light it up when I've got the right number? Okay, is there one spirit left in this house? Is there two? Is there three? Is there four spirit left in this house? Is there five? Is there more than 10 spirit left in this house? Is there less than 10 spirit left in this house? Okay, less than 10. I'm getting a number 7. Is there 7 spirits still? Yep, little flash. As I was given a number 7, so I've got a little flash there. So these 7 spirit that are in this house, are you happy to stay here for a while? Is it that you like this area? Do you like this house? Are you connected to this house? Did you live in this house? Did you live in this area? Okay, I'm not really getting any spikes on any of those questions. Just move through to the next room.
The camera's been going crazy.
Has it? Maybe they're trying to communicate through the camera.
Maybe.
We might get some voices. You quite well can put your voice onto the camera as well. We'll just check one more room.
Oh, that's why.
So we're coming into this room here, which is a very interesting room. Just has a bit of flashing there.
I'll open the cupboard.
Yeah, so
There's a big electric box on the other side of the wall there.
we're
In the other,
in the other room.
there's one in the hallway.
Okay. So I'm just going to sit down here for a minute.
Yeah, that's where the NBN is.
No.
No.
The NBN's on the other wall on the outside.
This is where they are.
And a big white box in there, extra one on the outside wall.
There might be some electrical. No. Oh, it's not doing it now. Very interesting. Is there a story to this little hole here? To this cupboard? Got a bit of a flash. Was something hidden in this cupboard? Can you light it up if something was hidden in this cupboard? Was somebody hidden in this cupboard or behind this wall? Can you light it up for me if that's true?
Oh, camera just went.
Did it?
Just zoomed. All I can see is the meter. So
Oh,
work
okay.
out.
So, is there someone playing with Geraldine's camera? Can you light it up for us? There's a little bit of a story behind this area here, but we won't go into it. Is the camera still playing up?
Oh. I'll zoom back out.
Okay, I'm going to pop this right here. Okay, So I'm going to stand back now. If there's any spirit still left in this house, if you'd like to let us know, come up close to that little grey box with the light, and you can look. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now, in the other room, you were telling us there was 7 spirits still left here. Okay, thank you. So those 7 spirit, are you happy to stay here with this house? Yeah, we've got some flashing. I know one day when you're ready, you will cross over on your own. And you must try to understand that you have family waiting for you, you've got loved ones waiting for you on the other side. Now if you believe in a heaven, if you believe in another place where your spirit, your soul goes, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But what you need to understand is that when the body dies, the spirit moves forward to a better place.
Can I ask a question?
There's somebody else.
Can I ask
Yeah.
if you knew me?
No, this
If
one's a
you're
no.
any of the ones that interacted with me?
There is one spirit that's going to go home with you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And
This one's
he's
a no.
happy to do that. And
Yeah.
he's going to learn a little bit from you. He's
Yeah.
going to learn that, when it's time for him to cross over, he will be crossed over.
That's what I wanted to check.
And that's
He's coming
fine.
off the
So there
street.
will be one coming home with you. There's several spirits still here around the house. They're not negative.
Yeah,
Got
they
a
just
flash
said
here.
yes.
They're not
Did you
negative.
just walk in off the street? Did you see the lights on and come in?
Some spirit may have, but there is still some spirit connected to this house in some way, and they're quite happy to stay here. And that's fine. So thank you for talking to us. If you'd just like to show us one more time you're here, you can give that a little bit of a flash. Wave us.
No, done. They're done.
There goes the phone.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Just fell out of Geraldine's hand.
Just got pushed.
Just
got
they're
pushed
done.
out.
They're done. They're like, no.
Okay, you're done.
Thank you.
You trying to tell us that you're done, you've had enough.
They're gone.
I just
Yeah.
figured it out.
Are you trying to tell us it's time for us to leave? Light up the meter if that's right.
Just because they tell you to get out doesn't mean you have to get out.
That was pretty interesting that the phone got pushed out of Geraldine's hand.
It was a good push.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, a little flash.
Are you a child?
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
a
I'm
kid.
getting a giggle.
Yeah, I think it's more mischief.
I'm actually hearing a giggle.
Or
so
it's elemental.
No,
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 it's a
it's a
kid.
child.
doesn't feel
It's a child.
elemental. It's a child.
Yeah, fair enough.
but that's okay. And in their time, they will cross over.
Yeah, they don't want to at the moment.
Not time for them yet. The people who have needed to cross over have already been crossed over.
Someone's standing in that corner over there.
Because you have a fresh.
And there's still 7 spirit in this house.
Yeah.
Someone's standing over
It's
there.
the house, and they'll stay here.
I'm getting Sally to look through and just see how she feels about
Yeah,
the
sure.
energy because
Yeah.
we've obviously been in it some time.
So
Someone-
still having
Is there someone
interact
standing in
with
the corner?
Just put it in the corner.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just put it in the corner.
Someone's standing over there somewhere. They're shifting.
it. Yeah, move it around a bit.
Yeah.
That's
They're
okay.
playing tag with her now.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to leave soon.
I heard this. Yay! That's what I heard. Yay!
Don't worry, you two will come. You'll cross over too.
Cheeky little bugger.